Welcome back, and as I said, our guest now has changed to Kayode Oyedeji. Mr. Oyedeji is an economist. Good morning to you, and thank you for giving us part of your time this morning.
Good morning, Okuyori. Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. Okay, we have just a few moments, but you see, we can't talk too much about this whole matter because they said that the talks between the federal authorities and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, they say it ended in a deadlock. And if what we're reading is correct, they're supposed to be resuming around 3:30 later on today to continue. But maybe from your perspective, how is the federal government stepping in to broker peace? How is it going if it's different from what I just stated?
Well, I think it's actually an unfortunate situation. Whatever side anybody belongs, we shouldn't find ourselves in this situation. And that's also talking to the precarious situation of the energy sector in spite of the gains we have made over the years, especially getting to the point that we are becoming self-sufficient in our energy, in our petroleum products production and all that. It's a good thing that Dangote refinery has taken off, and we are now able to meet our local consumption demands. But when it comes to labor, you have to look at the rights of the workers, number one, the right of consumers, then the right of employers too. I'm not sure they've had very sincere stakeholders engagement that would prevent this kind of problem. Now, when we talk about stakeholders, we are talking about government because Dangote refinery is a major stake in the economy. We are talking about Dangote refinery itself. We are talking about the workers. We are talking about the trade unions. What do they stand for and what do they stand to gain? So there is need for government to come in. Maybe it's a bit late, but government is doing that now. They have to make sure that they come out of their discussion, the dialogue, ensuring that the problems are resolved. The cost to the economy at this time is not what anybody would want to have.
Mm-hmm. The details of the thing. Dangote reportedly sacked 800 workers. That was the report that we got. I was listening to a snippet of Dangote online saying that, a few people were indeed sacked, but that this is not a big deal at all because, and then he made the whole point about being a private organization and, because the stakeholders that you've just spoken about now, you've just spoken about stakeholders. There are people who are saying that it's a private concern. Why is Pengasyn, why are they coming on this strong on something that they don't have control or have not invested in? In fact, some people have gone as far as calling them, wicked names like rent seekers.
If you look at the way labor union is run in Nigeria, really, they serve the good and the bad. Sometimes they come in, we saw what NUPENG and Pengasyn did under Abacha, how they rescued the nation, how they stood for the people. But if you look at the other side too, you see them taking advantage. They charge crazy bills or fees, which nobody knows how they spend. They behave like tyrants in certain situations. There's no accountability within their fold. They run the system as if they are lords unto themselves. So on this particular case, it's a delicate situation. Those who have been employed, they have the right to belong to unions. It's a fundamental right. And the company that has employed them too has a responsibility to set the terms of engagement. So it's a tricky situation.
It is.
It's important for stakeholders to come together and make sure they're able to reach a truce. Because if anything happens to Dangote refinery today, it's going to have collateral damage on the economy, on foreign exchange, on fuel supply. They have the capacity to truly grind the country to a halt. And we've made a lot of gains in the economy in the last 1 year that government must make sure that no matter what the problems are, they are not allowed to create a crisis within the economy. So Dangote must be able to shift at this point, especially relating to those who have been disengaged or sacked. He must be able to give them a bit of respite. And in clear terms, under any circumstance, should labor union, especially Pengassan, should be allowed to stop the operation of a private entity. We have, for instance, people have cited that example, the universities. There are many universities that they've not allowed unionization of their workers, and life is going on there well. So if you are taking up an employment and the terms are clear, you have to comply with it as much as possible. So it's a mixed bag. Government has to handle it carefully. Unions have the right to, people have the right to be part of a union. The employer has the right to state the terms of their engagements. Government has the right to also say there must be an enabling environment, there must be security of jobs, there must be security of enterprise too. They must be able to continue with their business under any circumstance. So the critical thing at this point is for all the parties to meet, have a very reasonable engagement between government and other stakeholders, and making sure that nothing goes wrong. Things are beginning to go wrong anyway.
Indeed. I think so too. You're very correct, sir. Things are beginning to go wrong because when we have a company, in this case, that company is almost like it's not quite, but almost like a sector on its own. And, you're threatening to shut it down. You're threatening to shut it down. There shall be nothing coming out of it. There shall be nothing going into it. I don't know that anybody has that kind of power, but NUPENG has taken that power anyhow. And as you said, I think government is sort of treading very, very softly. You don't want to, I don't know how to put it now. Maybe, do you think government is handling this matter with kid gloves? Because, sorry, sir, please continue.
Okay, so maybe with caution, as you have said. Dangote Refinery is a private establishment, and the courts are there for anybody who's disgruntled. But if you are waiting for the court to act, Pengassan has the capacity to undertake economic sabotage, going by how they have approached the issue so far. And that's a very serious issue which government cannot fold its arms. We saw what government did in River State when there was a threat to the production of oil and gas and the welfare of the people.
Okay.
That's the major reason, major justification for government. So if that is happening to a key sector of the economy where, of course, the dominance of Dangote is well known and is critical to the survival of the economy, government must move in, set the rules, tell all the stakeholders to maintain the status quo as much as possible, then have a more robust stakeholders engagement to resolve the issue.
Okay, indeed. Good morning, Mr. George. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Uncle Yori. Good morning, and good morning to your guest.
Thank you.
Uncle Yori, there is nobody that will set up a business with $20 billion and allow saboteur to come and run down the business for him. Dangote, as a private business person, has a duty to protect his investment. What he is saying is that he is the one that employed these people in the first place. But we discovered that Pengassan and their collaborators are using these people to sabotage the company. If you are the owner of such a company, will you keep those people there? Pengassan and NUPENG have been the ones that did not make our refineries to work for decades. They have been the ones supervising oil theft in the high seas. People will bring ships to come and see crude oil. Pengassan will not see it. So, for me, I think we've had enough of Pengassan. All the refineries that are not working, they are earning their salaries, they are earning their allowances for doing nothing. For me, it's about time the government prescribe Pengassan.
Oh dear.
They don't want the Dangote refinery to work.
What?
Private man has come to bail out a whole country from something that even the government, that has been in place before now, could not fix. And this other cartel say it will not work. We have to now know, we have to make a choice, Uncle Yori, between the people of this country and Pengasa. Whether 800 people that they are saying that Dangote has sacked are more important than the other 230 million people. It's about time. Is it because the president is soft-minded? They are lucky. Okay. I'm not the type I'm not the president of this country. I will proscribe them and prosecute their leaders.
Okay, Mr. George, we've run out of time. I'm so sorry, but thank you very much for calling in. In fact, Mr. Yodeji, same applies to you. We've run out of time, but I do want to thank you for spending some of it this morning with us. Thank you very much for coming on the program. We're going to have to leave it there. All right, then. We're going to have to leave it there. Do please join us tomorrow. It's going to be a special day tomorrow. Nigeria will be saying happy birthday. See you then, God willing. Bye-bye for now.